Alright, next up on my list, I've talked about the Spectre, and I've caught you up on the Q&A stuff and everything. And the next character I'm going to talk about is Marvel's equivalent of the Spectre. And I, of course, am talking about Johnny Blaze and Danny Ketch and many other characters, but I'm talking about Ghost Rider. Now, Ghost Rider, a lot of people are curious as to how Ghost Rider kind of came into existence. Now, a lot of people know the Nicolas Cage movie's origins. That's kind of very, very loosely based on the comics. In the actual comics, Johnny Blaze's dad was already dead. He had died in an accident when Johnny was about 5, 6 years old, I'd say. And pretty much Roxanne Simpson was actually his stepsister in the comics, as opposed to his love interest like Eva Mendez's character was. And Blaze, one thing that Nicolas Cage did do a good job is showing the fact that Blaze is into the occult, he is into the supernatural. But Blaze basically was doing an incantation, and basically Mephisto, much like in life, he had basically tricked Blaze into selling his soul to cure Roxanne's father's, ailment. Well, the guy died anyway, and Blaze was cursed to be Ghost Rider. Now, Zarathos, as he's actually called, yes, I know the monster. The monster kind of mispronounced the demon's name. His name is actually Zarathos. That's how it's actually pronounced. But pretty much he hit the nail on the head. He was basically a spirit. He was a very powerful demon that got tricked by Mephisto, and he got bonded with Blaze to become Ghost Rider. And Johnny Blaze, there for a while, he was kind of actually considered a monster of the Marvel Universe, along with Man-Thing and Morbius and Werewolf by Night and many other characters. And Blaze, whenever it would be cursed by nighttime, he would turn into Ghost Rider, and then during the day he would actually, become Johnny Blaze again. And then eventually Johnny Blaze actually, either when he got killed or Zarathos was basically taken out of him, Danny Ketch came on to be the next Ghost Rider. And with Danny Ketch's version, whenever innocent blood was spilled, that's when he would become, his motorcycle would mysteriously show up and he would become Ghost Rider. And one thing that Danny Ketch's Ghost Rider had that Johnny Blaze's Ghost Rider now currently has is a move that was shown very, very well in the movie, and that's called the Pinna Stare. Now what the Pinna Stare does, and I like this, all of the sins that you have committed, whether it be murder, rape, child molestation, if you committed any of those kinds of sins or crimes against humanity, and you spilled innocent blood, Ghost Rider, his signature phrase when he does the Pinna Stare is, you have spilled the blood of the innocent, look into my eyes, feel their pain 100 times over, or something like that. And most people that know that I'm a Ghost Rider fan and haven't seen the movie, they ask me, they said, is it a good interpretation? And I tell them, I said, as a superhero movie, it's an okay origin. The way Mark Steven Johnson had, Ghost Rider done in CG, I liked it. His voice and his look was exactly the way Ghost Rider should have been. And Ghost Rider, the Danny Ketch version, was shown in The Incredible Hulk and in the Fantastic Four cartoon. And even the mighty omnipotent Galactus is not immune to the Pinna Stare. And as a matter of fact, Ghost Rider nearly kills him with the Pinna Stare. Which that says something about just how powerful Ghost Rider is. And he is one of the only characters that can actually go blow for blow with the Hulk. Like the Hulk smashed him into down towards a subway station, or smashed him down or whatever, and that would normally even incapacitate someone as powerful as Superman. Well, the Hulk came up, he was like, he's like, yeah, I'm done. Ghost Rider comes back up pissed off, and he's like, oh, you want to fucking play? Okay, let's play. Wraps his mystical chain around the Hulk's neck and starts strangling him. And Ghost Rider just bounces up as if, nothing happened to him. And that's pretty self-explanatory as to how powerful and durable Ghost Rider is. And eventually in the current comics, it's revealed that Zarathos was actually possibly an angel from heaven, who much like Lucifer and Mephisto and whatever you want to call it, was that basically he was a fallen angel. Or that actually he was an angel made by God to be the Ghost Rider. That the Ghost Rider, much like, in DC's Spectre, was supposedly the right hand of God. Allegedly, and that God basically screwed him over and basically sent him to hell. And apparently Ghost Rider, a lot of people keep saying, it's like, oh, well, is he going to fight Mephisto? Is he going to fight Lucifer? He actually fights Satan. He keeps, the 666 pieces of Satan from reassembling. And when Satan comes back at full power, all I'm going to say is that he and Ghost Rider have probably one of the most epic comic book battles that I have actually seen. Like, this is probably on par with, like, Superman and Doomsday. Or even Batman and Bane. It's just a knockout, drag-out brawl. And Zarathos and Johnny Blaze have actually made a deal over the body. So Johnny Blaze is in full control, and at will he can become Ghost Rider now. But if he gets knocked out, or if, Zarathos gets impatient, he's like, you know what, Blaze, I'm sorry, but I'm taking over now. You're going too fucking slow with this fight. So, yeah. I know I'm swearing quite a bit, and I'm sorry, but it's just, I'm kind of losing myself in the moment here talking about Ghost Rider, because he is one of my favorite characters. And he's just a very awesome supernatural character. If Ziploc Gory's favorite character is the Spectre, then mine is Ghost Rider. I've hit so many different notes, and honestly, I think I pretty much said everything that really needs to be said about Ghost Rider. I mean, he's had his own video game, he's been featured in video games, he's had short of everything except his own cartoon or TV show. Which you can't really blame him, because Ghost Rider is kind of a too dark a character to really kind of do justice to a TV series or a cartoon. But Ghost Rider is actually a very popular character for Marvel, so I really didn't want to actually talk about him, even though he is one of my favorite characters. Because, quite a few people, especially after the Nicolas Cage movie, they kind of know who the character is, but like I said, the Nick Cage movie doesn't really do all that great a justice to Ghost Rider. But, yeah, that's pretty much Ghost Rider in a nutshell. One of DC, not DC, but one of Marvel's, big supernatural characters, if not one of their coolest supernatural characters.